it is in its box, which, as I look at it now, looks massive. It's in fact the exact same length as my stage, which is why I can't fit it into the full shot. So let's look at it in little sections. So starting off with the top section of the box here, you can see a kind of weird picture of Darth Maul wielding his lightsaber here. He's got this really kind of weird facial expression. I don't know if you can make that out. And his lightsaber has electricity coming from it. I don't really know why. Down the middle here we have a nice big Star Wars logo, which is cool. Down here, as you can see, it says Darth Maul double-bladed lightsaber, and then double-bladed was written in various languages there for some reason, God knows why. And right down at the end here, as you can see, another nice little picture of Darth Maul, again looking really, really strange. They've gone in some weird poses here with electricity running the whole way down his lightsaber blade and his handle for some reason. Again, I don't know what's going on. 4 years and up, and a Hasbro logo there. Across the top, it just basically shows off the lightsaber with another Star Wars logo. Around the other side is pretty much the same information again, except sideways this time, in case you see it hanging up somewhere. So isn't that great? And underneath, as you can see, doesn't really give you a lot of information. It just basically says, arm yourself with the ultimate weapon of power and skill. And then down here it says, extend one blade or both in different languages. A nice big picture of the lightsaber there and how to activate it. As you can see, there's a picture of the lightsaber with its blades fully closed in. And here are some of the other toys in the range, including Obi-Wan Kenobi's, Darth Vader's, and Anakin Skywalker's. And then warning there written in various languages for some reason. So yeah, that's pretty much it in its box. So as I always say, now let's crack it open and take a look at it out of its box. So here we go, and the first thing I noticed whenever I took this thing out of its packaging is just how big the thing is. I mean, the handle alone is massive. I mean, you know, I don't really know if you can get a sense of scale by my hand here, because I have quite big hands. But this thing is incredibly large, and for a kid's toy, I think it's a little bit too big. And I definitely think it's especially too big whenever you compare the size of the handle to the size of the blade at the end here, because if I flick this open, as you can see, the blade is tiny compared to the size of the handle. So I really don't like that. I have this thing about lightsaber toys where the blade has to be longer than the handle, otherwise it looks kind of dumpy and stupid. And unfortunately, that's exactly how this looks. So that's really, really a big letdown right from the start. So let's take a look at the detail, which is pretty damn basic. As you can see up here at the top of the emitter, you can see the collapsible blade there. There's a couple of rings around the edges here. And of course around the top of the emitter here, it's got that kind of nice little design there. Down on the handle here, again, pretty basic. As you can see, all the little buttons stick out. They don't do anything, which is a shame. They're just kind of there. And as you can see, it's pretty much a mirror image down at the bottom section of the lightsaber here. Round the back is where I have the most trouble here, because as you can see, this is where Hasbro have decided to put all their legal guff. So as you can see, there's little kind of warning things there about reading the instructions. There's some more legal guff there as well, which I really, really don't like. I hate that on toys. So that really drags it down as far as I'm concerned. So when it comes to detail, there's not really a lot there to talk about. As far as features go, well, as you know, it does have two extendable blades, which are incredibly dumpy. And you can basically flick these out. As you can see, they're locked in place here. And then there's two little sort of grey buttons down here, and that's another thing that kids may find annoying. The fact that none of the red buttons actually activate the blades, it's these two grey buttons here. So basically pushing down on that releases a little catch here, which hopefully, as you can see, allows the blade to come out and extend, and whenever you flick your wrist, that releases it to its full extent, which is a shame that it's so kind of dumpy. And pretty much the fact that the buttons to activate the blades are so close together offers the one redeeming feature of this toy, which is if you hold it right in the middle and put your two fingers on the blades here and spin it, and as you spin it, you press down on the buttons, you can extend both blades at the same time, which is pretty much the one cool thing that this toy does. Beyond that, it's a bit crap, if I'm being honest. So doing a quick little size comparison here, as you can see, here is the new lightsaber next to an original 1999 toy lightsaber. This is one that came out to coincide with The Phantom Menace during its first release, and as you can see, it's been improved upon slightly. It's bigger, it's thinner, and it has a little bit more detail, but it is a little bit bigger than the Force Effects replica Darth Maul lightsaber, which you can see at the background here. Unfortunately though, while it may be the same size and kind of roughly has the same detail as the Force Effects lightsaber, but not really, it doesn't have any of the features of it. So literally it's a little too big and a little too clunky for my liking. The packaging is way too big, just for starters. The actual handle is massive. The blades are tiny. I really just don't like it at all. Even detail-wise, it's good, but it's not great. And the biggest thing, this thing costs, like, the RRP of this is $16.99. That's right, £17. I got this in Argos for $12.49, I think it was on offer. And, anybody who pays £17 for this needs their head examined. In fact, anybody who pays £12 for this needs their head examined. In fact, anybody who buys this needs their head examined. It's just, I really don't like it. Like I said, they had 13 years to perfect this design, and it genuinely just feels like a lazy, rehashed version of this model, which was brought out to coincide with Phantom Menace getting its 3D re-release, because of course, after kids go to see the movie, they'll be screaming for the lightsaber with 2 blades instead of 1. So whenever they do that, parents, really don't buy them this, because they're going to be so disappointed. Another little problem I noticed with it is, I don't know if it's the same for every model, but it certainly is for this model, that the blade, one of the blades anyway, doesn't stay up whenever you flick it open, so you'll find it sliding back in again, so that's kind of a shame. Another problem I have is the fact that it's not electronic, which, despite the fact it's in such a big box, you would think it would be, you'd think it would take batteries and light up and make noise, but unfortunately not. It's literally just a lump of plastic, and that is so disappointing. I mean, I genuinely feel like I've been conned out of my money somehow, like I've been enticed into buying something that I thought was awesome, and then after giving my money away, it's been revealed to be an incredibly shoddy product. Which technically is exactly what George Lucas has done with Phantom Menace. So really, as a metaphor, this kind of works quite well. But anyway, on that bombshell, it's time to end. So thank you very much for watching this review. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, there's countless more reviews online. Thank you very much for watching, and keep following the nerd. Bye bye.